Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to the Glitched Out Gaming Report for the week of November the 7th. That's right, we are already into November now, folks, and the onslaught of games, they're just coming out week after week, and, well, to be quite honest, there ain't all that much coming out this week. We're kind of through one hurdle right now, and that was about it. I gotta be honest, I'm not sure if there's any, like, major thing, or major clumping of games left. We got the odd one here and there, like Final Fantasy at the end of this month, and The Last Guardian in December, and Pokemon out on the 18th of this month, but there doesn't feel like there's another big clusterfuck of games. I say that now, and probably about 2 minutes after finishing recording this, I find out that, oh wait, yes, there is another onslaught coming. But anyways, we got a fairly decent show here this week, I believe. Nothing major happening in the world of gaming right now. Extra Life going on. Some people having streams over the weekend, like Kind of Funny. I know Rooster Teeth did their community stream. I'm recording this on Saturday when that's actually going on. And the guys at Gaming Like were doing one as well. And I think Rooster Teeth might have done their main stream yesterday, or it's coming up next Saturday. But I can't quite remember. If you heard that little beep just then, well, that was Izzy messaging me. Yeah. I'm getting off track now. But anyways, got a decent little bit of show here, folks. Starting off first, the section I always start off this show with, and that's what I've been playing. First off, I started up the world of Final Fantasy, and I never really got through the cutscene aspect of it. So I was starting it up, and I was like, okay, there's no voices here, no like sounds coming out of the characters. So went back into the options menu and noticed that it was turned off, and it can't be turned on for whatever reason. I'm not sure if there's something I need to download to get this to happen, but yeah, not quite sure what's going on there with that. But the Japanese voiceover works. Came with a DLC pack for that, and that's working fine, so I don't know what's up with the English voices for the Vita version. But hopefully I'll be playing through a lot more of that soon, because I want to start playing through that. I've got Super Dimension, Neptune vs. Sega Herd Girls to start playing as well. Two games I really want to dive into before the end of the year, so I can actually, have them for my top 10 list, possibly. Other than that, I did play some Dead Rising on the PlayStation 4 after, and yeah, talking about games that are a bit dated. I mean, I was having a bit of fun with it, but man, is it ever frustrating. After you, beat the first boss, helping out that guy that you go to save, you just get kind of stuck and lost a little bit. Or I was finding that I couldn't find my way around that well. But yeah, it's going fine. I'll keep playing it a bit further yet. So I'll talk a bit more about it next week if I continue it. And finally, I have been playing Batman the Telltale series. Played through the first little part of it. I'm losing all train of thought right now. Jesus, my brain is dead tonight, apparently, folks. I played through the first part of episode 3. Haven't finished it yet, but getting a good idea of where it's going, I guess, from the beginning of it. You see the results of whoever you saved, I guess, at the end of episode 2. Spoilers. But it's interesting. It's so far so good. Really digging that series quite far. Man, maybe I should not be recording this right now. Either way, it's good. It's fun. Hopefully next week I'll have more to talk about that. And I have talked about a bit of it in my pickups video, which is either gone up before this goes up, or will be going up, not tomorrow, because tomorrow is OGW, Tuesday Throwdown happens. Probably Wednesday that pickups video will go up, so I discuss a little bit more in that video. Alright, so with that, let's dive into the news. We got 3 quick and easy news stories to go over. This is probably going to be a little bit quicker of an episode this week, folks, because I don't have a whole lot of time. I was actually kind of considering not doing an episode this week, but, you know, I've been having a very good track record so far when doing the report, so gotta keep it up, no matter how piss poor my recording skills may be tonight when I'm recording this. Alright, first news story. BlizzCon happened, and at BlizzCon, the original Diablo is returning in a Diablo 3 anniversary patch. That's right. In celebration of Diablo's 20th anniversary, the original Diablo is coming to Diablo 3. The original Diablo is playable in the Darkening of Testrom Diablo Anniversary patch. The area features the 4 main bosses from the first game, the original music, and graphic filters to make Diablo 3 look like the original. Awesome. The dungeon is 16 levels deep, and player character movement is limited to 8 directions, like it was in the original. That sounds frustrating as hell, but I may have to re-download Diablo 3 to try this out, because it does sound kind of fun, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. Next up, something that is very awesome, but not for my wallet, and that's Dragon Quest VIII for the 3DS. Now has a release date, and it's coming to North America and Europe on January 20th. That's right, the remake of the beloved PlayStation 2 RPG, as written by Alex Osborne on IGN, boosts several additions to the original, including 2 new playable characters, additional side quests, as well as new dungeons and an alternate ending. The upcoming 3DS version also features a new quick save function that gives players the ability to save and exit at any time during the game. Additionally, a photo mode has been added, as well as a speed up feature, which shortens the time it takes to complete battles. Cool. That is awesome. I am really looking forward to this game. Reluctantly, I will pick this up probably. I should have 1 game paid off thanks to the family that I have for January, and I'm probably going to buy Tales of Berseria as well. So this just adds into that cost. But I do have Persona 5 paid off now, so that's good. So yeah, maybe I'll get it. And who knows, maybe I'll be buying a Switch as well. Anyways, moving on to the next news story and the final news story. That's right, only 3 news stories this week, folks, because like I said, this is going to be a very, very quick episode. I just looked at the time slot right now. That game company, as revealed, or I should say, are teasing their next game. That's right. From the creator of Journey, that game company has been posting pictures on Twitter in a little tease. And the only thing that they've been saying is that it's a game about giving. And the initial image of it is just like this blue background with 2 candles onto it, one leaning over to light the other one. But come on, it's going to be coming from the guys who made Journey. This game is going to be cool as shit. And this is all we got to go on right now. I am excited. I love Journey. I love Flower. The other one, which I can't remember right now. Flow? I think it was Flow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Flow. That one was okay. Flower was excellent though, and Journey was just incredible. And it's a game that you should all play since it is on PS4 right now. So yeah, that's cool. That is awesome. And with that, we will be moving onwards into our topic of the week this week. And I was a bit, lost for what to do for a topic this week. Which, folks, if you ever have any suggestions for a topic of the week, please let me know down in the comments section below. I will use them if they're, good and reasonable. Which I'm sure they will. You guys are awesome listeners, so I'm sure you guys have some fantastic ideas of what I can ramble on about. But today, I went to Favslist again. Going to go into that well once more for the second time. And today we are going to look at the favorite gaming systems / platforms as ranked by Favslist. Now there's 20 listed here, but we're only going to go on the top 5, or top 10, sorry. And my bad, there's not 20. I'm scrolling down here right now, and there's, oh, we're up to 80, up to number 99. Okay, there's 99. Ranked by one user, FM Towns. No fucking idea what that is. But anyways, we are going to go to the top 10. And there we go. So, coming in at number 10, as ranked by 82 users on Favslist, the Nintendo 3DS. A fantastic, lovely system, if I have to say so myself. One of my favorites. I'm looking at my own list right now, and man, what have I done here? There are so many things here that are wrong. Okay, that's looking a little bit more reasonable. Let's move down over there, and there we go. There's my list. That's better. Okay, so coming in at number 9. I am getting way too distracted this week, folks. Maybe it's the fact that I've seen Doctor Strange twice, and now my own reality is warped beyond belief. Alright, coming in at number 9, we have the Nintendo DS, as ranked by 81 users. Coming in at number 8, we have the Xbox 360, as ranked by 116 users. Coming in at number 7, we have the Nintendo 64, as ranked by 123 users. Coming in at number 6, we have the GameCube, by 119 users. Number 5, the original PlayStation, by 131 users. Number 4, the PlayStation 3, by 125 users. At number 3, the Super Nintendo, by 126 users. Coming in at number 2, PC, as ranked by 172 users. And then coming in at number 1, the PlayStation 2, by 169 users. So, a good top 10, I think. There's some really good systems there. So, this got me to thinking, you know, what was my favorites? And like I just said, I was looking at my own faves list that I did up right here. And man, how I came up with this one. This is incredible, just looking at it. So many changes I would make right here. But, my top 5... Alright, let's go top 10. I'll do top 10, but I'll really talk about my top 5. Number 10, the Commodore 64. You never forget your first, folks. That system broke my gaming virginity. The one you start with, it's the one you always remember. Number 9, the Game Boy Color. Remember getting that for my birthday one year? Yeah, it was for my birthday. I got the limited edition Pokemon Gold and Silver Game Boy Color. That's right, folks. I started off very early as a collector of going with the special editions. Number 8, the Game Boy Advance SP. Number 7, PC. I'd probably rank that even lower right now because I really don't do that much PC gaming anymore. Number 6, the original PlayStation. Now the top 5. Number 5, the Nintendo 3DS. I bought this system on day 1, and for the first year it was like, why the fuck did I buy this system? Mario rolled around, awesome. Zelda, Ocarina of Time rolled around, wicked. But it was a real slow burn before the Nintendo 3DS really started getting its influx of games. Being a part of the Ambassador program was really cool, getting those Game Boy Advance games that nobody else ever got, so that's one thing that was really cool. And I've eventually gotten a 3DS XL as well, a new Nintendo 3DS XL, which is really cool. I really like that system, and I really need to get back to Dragon Quest VII onto it, as well as a bunch of other games. Coming in at number 4, a system that I love and adore so much, the PlayStation Vita. I play that thing so often. Almost every day, or even every second day, I load up the Vita to play something. Recently it's been One Way Heroics, or I could dive back into one of the Final Fantasies from 1 up to 10.2 if I want to. I don't have 10.2 actually installed on my system right now, but I do have 1 through 10 installed on there, plus Tactics. So I love the Vita. That system is so damn good. Love it to death. All the original PlayStation 1 games on there as well. No, not all of them, but you know, a great deal of them, which is fun to play every now and then. Coming in at number 3 for me, the PlayStation 3. A long time back now, I actually did a video of my top 50 PlayStation 3 games. A video series, because it was stretched across several videos. And man, did I ever love that, the PlayStation 3. The PlayStation 3, you know, again, like the 3DS, it had a slow burn. At the end of its life cycle, it was an awesome system with amazing games onto it. And that's why it ranks so high for me. The original Uncharted trilogy, Killzone 2 and 3, even though they weren't great, they were good. All the JRPGs, minus Final Fantasy 13, because fuck that game. Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5, before 5 moved over to the PlayStation 4 and became even more awesome in my opinion. Yeah, I adore the PlayStation 3. It's really cool, and if I had to go back, I'd probably make a few changes on my top 50 list now. A few games I'd want to include in there, some that I would take off, probably. But yeah, I adore that system, I love it, that's why it ranks so high for me. Coming in at number 2, continuing the Sony favoritism, the PlayStation 2. What can I say, folks? That system was just, throughout its entire life cycle, the best gaming system I ever owned. From the wrestling games. First game I ever bought, Legends of Wrestling. Not a good game to start off a PlayStation 2 journey with, I can tell you that right now. That game was not good at all. But I played the shit out of it when I first got it. Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy XII, which is going to be remastered on the PlayStation 4. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait. The JRPGs, Dark Cloud 2, Rogue Galaxy, The Mark of Creed, the Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. The PlayStation 2 is just fucking awesome. That's why it ranks so high for me. But the system, above all other systems, that is my favorite, and that I will adore till the end of time. The Super Nintendo. That thing was, it was heaven for me when I was a kid. Like, I spent so much time playing that. I played games with my brothers, my mother. Super Mario was something that, Super Mario Land, or World, sorry, was a game that I played so many times. I knew that game from front to back growing up. The Final Fantasy games. Earthbound, one of my all-time favorite RPGs. Super Mario RPG. The Super Nintendo, folks, was my childhood, and yeah. You know, people talk about the console wars these days between Xbox and PlayStation, and somewhat Nintendo and PC. But I tell ya, you didn't see a war unless you lived through the 32 gigabyte war, the retro war, as they would say these days. The power of blast processing from Sega, Super Nintendo. Oh, it was amazing back then. And people got down and dirty back then, fighting it out. Yeah, we live in calmer times right now. But those were the good old days. I feel like an old man just reminiscing now, so I'm gonna wrap this up. So that was really cool. Now for the segment that's probably going to take a little bit more time to go through, and that, of course, folks, is the questions and comments. And we did get a fair few questions and comments last week. Over on the video itself, we got a couple here. The first one from Aaron B., our main man Aaron B. My favorite horror games that are currently coming to mind are Lone Survivor Director's Cut, Dead Space, Alien Isolation. Lone Survivor because of how well it emulates Silent Hill with its 2D indie concept, and the later two because they combine my love of space, science, and aliens with the horror genre. 3 great picks there, Aaron. I have played Lone Survivor a little bit, never really dove deep into it. Maybe I should get back to it. I have it installed on the Vita, so I should go back to it eventually. Dead Space, as I said last week, awesome. And Alien Isolation, I need to get back to that game. Kind of lost focus onto it, but I will get back to that game. I promise I will return to Alien Isolation eventually. And we got a comment as well from S. Apples, my Newfie Outlaw brother. And he says, favorite horror games in no particular order. Codenamed Codenamed, Jesus Christ, my brain is fried tonight. I shouldn't be recording right now. Number 1, Condemned Criminal Origins, the first horror game I can remember beating. Each level has a unique feel, and it drips with tension and atmosphere from start to finish. This was the game which sparked my interest in the genre. Can't say I ever played it, but cool. Resident Evil 4. My first playthrough was a couple months ago on the PlayStation 4. Very easy to see why it's considered such a classic. Yeah, I never played it until it came out on PS3. I remember buying it on PS2, and like well after I stopped playing PS2, and I gave it to my brother since he had bought a PS2 I think the year before, and like, here, have this. Merry Christmas, that kind of thing. But I have since played it on PS3. I'll probably pick it up on PS4 eventually to try and get through it again. But it's cool. Oh wait, did I ever finish it? No, I never finished it on PS3. Thinking back to it now. So yeah, I need to pick that game up and play through it. Alien Isolation. Give it another shot, Lord X. It starts off slow, but in my opinion... Did I say last week that I hadn't finished the game? Man, I can't remember what I recorded last week, or you're reading my mind this week, S. Apples. Give it another shot, Lord X. It starts off slow, but in my opinion, it is the definitive Alien game. Playing it in short bursts over a month is something, or something is the way to go. Similar to your Dead Space strategy. Okay, cool. I will actually give that a shot in the very near future, S. Apples. I promise you. Hopefully, maybe by January, I'll start saying, yes, I've gotten back to it. I've started playing through it again. Until Dawn at number 4. I love it for all the reasons listed in the episode. My man. And number 5, The Evil Within. Potentially controversial pick, but I personally loved it. Very memorable, and difficult boss battles. I need to play that. I own it. I bought it on a Boxing Day sale last year? Or the year before that? I can't remember now, but I own that game. I need to play that game. Man, so many games I need to get around to playing. And he ends off saying, I should note that if Bloodborne is considered a horror game, it would stand head and shoulders above the rest. You know what? I think you can say that Bloodborne is a horror game. And if that's the case, I should have ranked that last week myself, too. Because, yeah, Bloodborne is way up there. As well as the other Souls games, for that matter. Alright, over on OGW. OGW, that's the wrestling series starting this Tuesday. Unintentional plug. Over on Outlaw Gamers. www.outlawgamers.com. Aaron posted the video, and we got a whole lot of replies. From Aaron the Adequate, he says Silent Hill 1 and 2, Dead Space, obviously, Evil Dead, Fistful of Broomstick, and Regeneration. And he has a little heart emoji there. And the first time, as a lad, that dog comes out of the alley with those blood red eyes back in Shadowrun SNES. Those are what come to mind at the moment anyways. A good list. Ico Hour says my favorite horror games, Silent Hill 2, Sanitarium, and Pathologic. Honorable mentions, Amnesia, The Dark Descent, and DayZ. Cool. Soul Nibbler says Silent Hill, Dead Space, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Shadow Man, never heard of that, and Alien Isolation. Lots of love for Alien Isolation, Amnesia, and Dead Space here, folks. Marculio, who will be making his debut in OGW in the first match on Tuesday Throwdown tomorrow, says Dead Space 1, The Evil Within, the first half, Call of Duty 4 1v1v1 sniper battles, as we call them, have been the scariest thing I ever played. That's great. That is absolutely great. Abyss Lord says Eternal Darkness. Ooh, that's a good pick. Silent Hill 2 and Siren Blood Curse. And Al Pacino says Silent Hill 1, Dead Space, and Fatal Frame. I generally have a low tolerance for scary stuff, but those were great. Yeah, Fatal Frame's a good series too. And User Profile says Soma. It has a thick atmosphere and it provoked a lot of thoughts for me. Excellent game. Excellent game. I liked it a lot because it's kind of a walking simulator, but there's enough interaction to make the world feel tangible. Something that's missing from most other walking simulators. So that was really cool, guys. Thank you for all the comments yet again. Some of you guys from OGW ain't watching it. My mind is telepathically telling you thank you. If you are listening to this, thanks again. So folks, that does it for the questions and comments this week. So that leaves the recommendation and the pick of the week. My recommendation this week is the Mark of Kree, a great little action game that you can buy right now on the PlayStation 4 under the PS2 and PS4 games. It's a really cool game. The combat feels nice. Even now, it feels pretty damn good on the PS4. I love that game back in the day. Adored it. The sequel's good too, but the Mark of Kree is rather awesome. And my pick of the week this week, it's going to go to Robinson the Journey, releasing on PlayStation VR. And I'm picking this simply because I know if I don't, Izzy is going to break through my wall right now like the Undertaker and chokeslam my ass to hell. I'm channeling him this week, folks. This is essentially his pick of the week this week because he is really hyped for the game and has told me that he cannot wait to play it on the PlayStation 4 Pro. So there you go, that is the pick of the week. So folks, that's going to do it for another episode of the Glitched Out Gaming Report. Apologize for my brain essentially being fried this week, apparently. Maybe that's what happens when you go away for like 6 hours to a trip to the comic shop, get home, quickly get ready and head out and see Doctor Strange for the second time in IMAX 3D. Go see Doctor Strange in IMAX 3D, folks. It's awesome. I don't do static screen anymore, so I gotta channel the movie love through this as well. Every now and then. Not always. But yeah, go see that. And folks, that's going to do it for this episode. I thank you again so much for tuning in. I, of course, have been Lord X. You can find me right here on YouTube under this video. My name's right down there. You click on the name, you get to see what else I've done, what other crap I've filled YouTube with. You can find me on Twitter at @the_LordX. You can find me over on outlawgamers.com. Just Lord X over there. I don't know, elsewhere as well. Don't have Instagram, don't really use Facebook. You can find me anyway on Twitter. And with that, that's going to do it for this week, folks. You have been awesome, and I am gonna glitch out.